Hello there, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Sara. I was literally about to say, if you hear someone in the background, that is my 3-year-old son. He is here with me, and yeah. So today is going to be a little bit of a different video for me. I'm actually going to be trying to do budget with me in general. And honestly, these videos kind of make me nervous, anxious, because I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm always more of a visual person. I'm jotting things down. I feel like my numbers are always wrong. I'm like back and forth, and you have no idea what it took me to get here right now. So with that being said, I guess I wanted to share really quickly. This is what my spreadsheet looks like, you guys. I know it might look like a lot to some or confusing, but everybody has their own spreadsheet that makes sense to them and it works out. So here I have a list of my monthly bills due, the due date, the amount, and the bi-weekly amount. And then this on the side I'll explain in a second. But what's in yellow, it comes up from the second check. What's highlighted in orange is the first check. Things with green dots is things I transfer, so my bills that get transferred over instead of having to withdraw the money physically. And then the pink is what I have to withdraw, because those they have to get paid here physically. Sorry, I drew a blank there. So, and then this down here, you can see Strava. This is a yearly thing, so I'm actually fully funded, so that's why it's down here and out of the way, so I don't get confused in the future. But what I wanted to try to explain, this little column over here, what it is okay, so say for instance, what's in the parentheses, I have a couple amounts that are in the parentheses. Now what that is my technically monthly bill is $56, okay? Now I tend to round up on some bills, some I don't. But in this case, I round up to 60. So 60 minus 56 is $4. Half of 4 is 2. So that's why whatever I round up to, I like to pull it out physically and have a physical money building up in those actual envelopes. So it's like, this technically shouldn't have an envelope because I transfer it, but I have an envelope for it because I want to save little by little, even if it's $1. So that's what these little numbers here are for. I hope I made sense. So that's what that's for. And yeah, I thought I'd just share that with you really quickly. Okay, so now on to the budgeting part. Okay, guys, so bear with me. So today's date is, what are we? Today pay date was May 20th. Okay, now today's total income, since these kind of lines, there's not enough spaces for me to write everything I feel like I need right now. So I'm just going to show you here. So technically today's check was $3,005.82. Okay. Now what got transferred over into bills was $1,110.06. Okay. So that leaves me, we're going to put this here. That leaves me with $18.95.76. Okay. Now, I don't know if I mentioned it. I probably didn't. But I'm actually trying something new. What I mean by that is we're bi-weekly budgeters, but I'm trying to change it to bi-weekly. Now, the reason why I'm trying to try this out, I've seen a couple YouTubers do it here, and I want to try it out. And why I think it'll work for me, or I hope it will, is because when I cash stuff for 2 weeks, I feel like that money, I feel like I have to stretch it out that much longer. And I feel like it takes forever for that next paycheck to come. So that's why I want to try to do this bi-weekly. So it might not make sense on what I have left and what I'm going to budget, but it makes sense to me because I'm budgeting here, and then I want to show you guys another budget with me next week. And at the same time, what's that balance is, there's going to be a buffer as well. So let me try to just get on with it and see if I can explain this as much as I can. Okay, so let's see. So technically right now we're going to be, our expenses for this paycheck is going to be, we're going to start off with school, which is my daughter's school. And that's going to be getting $43. And then we're going to go into internet. And that's going to be getting $10. And then the next is medical. And this is my kids, and this is for their co-pays, medicine, anything like that. And then Denise is my daughter's tutor, and that is getting $35. And unfortunately, this is going to be the last stuffing for her because she just did let us know that she's no longer going to be with us. Sad face. Like, I'm really bummed. Anyway, so let's add this up really fast. So 43 plus 10 plus 7 plus 35. So we're looking at 95. Okay. And then let's move on to the cash envelopes. Cash envelopes, we're doing spending. Spending is going to be getting 10. And then we have gas for a car. That's going to be getting 20. And then we're doing gas for house. And that's going to be 20. Now, I did have a fellow follower here ask me, why am I stuffing gas for house and water? And my answer to that was because I've mentioned this before, but if you are new, I do live in Tijuana. And house gas, we actually do have a tank. That's like a big old tank that is in our house, well, or outside our house. But a truck with gas comes around. Obviously, we call them. We call them, and they come and fill up our gas tank. So that obviously works for the boiler, for our hot water, for the washer and dryer, etc. So that's why gas seems a little odd that I'm stuffing so much or so often. But that's what that is. Gas for us is, we have to do it monthly, and that's what that's for. And as for water, here in Tijuana, you can't drink out of the faucets. It's not safe. It's not healthy. So we actually get 5 gallons filled up, and I do a total of like four every week. And that's what we're budgeting for because we have to go to a place and get them filled with water. I hope that made sense. Moving on. So we're going into lunch, which is for my daughter's school. And then I'm going to be doing groceries. Sorry. Okay, and then before I forget, lunch seems so little for $5, you guys, but my daughter's 6 years old. I make her lunch, and this is just for extra money that she likes to have to go to the snack bar or anything that she wants to get later. So that's why I only do $5. Groceries, we're going to be doing $120. And then we're moving on to eat out. And that's going to be getting $10. And then we're going on to giving. And that's getting $5. And then water is the one I explained earlier. And that's getting $4. So let's add that up. 10 plus 20 plus 20 plus 5 plus 120 plus 10 plus 5 plus 4. That's 194. Okay. Now, this budget sinking funds, I'm very limited, and I did not mention this earlier, but I'm usually a half a month ahead in bills. Now, unfortunately, my husband decided he wanted to buy some things, and of course, he dipped into that money that I had, and now I'm paying back for it. So that's why I'm a little bit more shorter on things, what I can play with this time, and why I'm leaving such a higher amount in my buffer account than I normally would. So if you notice, or might not notice, a lot of things didn't get stuffed in my expenses like I usually do. Cash envelopes, I'm trying to get a little bit tighter with them. And sinking funds, all my sinking funds are not going to get stuffed. And savings challenges, I did it, but with the minimal. Like, I'm literally super tight this time around, and it's because the hubby decided to dip into my month ahead savings or month ahead, half a month ahead bill or balance. So that's why you might not see a lot this time around. So sinking funds, my important categories are my son and my daughter. So my daughter's Sophia is getting 20, my son Junior is getting 20, and then Disney is getting stuff because we're going to Disneyland, and that has to keep getting stuff because I literally just checked for what the prices could be in October, and they're like literally $150 per person. So there's 4 of us. So what is that, 4 or 5? That's like $600 just on tickets, guys. That's not including the cool pretzel I want to buy, or the big hot dog, or I mean, you know, some Mickey Mouse ears. I don't know. So that's just $600 in tickets, not including what I want to eat or my kids. So there goes that. So next is going to be emergency, and that's going to be getting 20. And then we're going to do car maintenance, and that's getting 10 this time. And then what I say, medical for my suegra is going to be getting 20. And then household is going to be getting 20 as well. So that's it for my sinking funds, my priority sinking funds. It's a lot less than I would like to, but I mean, when you're a little bit tight on your budget, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So let's just add this up. So 20 plus 20 plus 65 plus 20 plus 10 plus 20 plus, yeah, 175. So we're doing 175. Okay. Now this time around, savings, I highlighted it. Usually this isn't highlighted, but it's savings and debt. And right now I'm not putting debt down. I'm just putting savings. I'm going to be doing, let's see, my monthly one. And that one is going to be getting 12. And then I'm going to do my 26-week challenge. And this one, I'm going for the low numbers. Like I said, I'm tight on budget, so I'm going for the low numbers. So hopefully in our next check, I'm able to do something higher, if not double my numbers. The $20 challenge is getting $20. My month ahead is going to be getting 10. The roll of dice, the last time I rolled, I believe it was $16. And then the scratch off, which is the mystery scratch off by Sam's Crafts and Customs on Etsy. And that one I scratched off 20. And then the digital scratch off was $5. So we're going to add that up. So 12 plus 15 plus 20 plus 10 plus 16 plus 20 plus 5. And this one's going to be $98. Alrighty, so if I did my calculations right, you guys, all these, what is it? It should be adding up to $562, I believe. Let's see. 95 plus 175 plus 194 plus 98. Go! Alrighty, so let me go ahead and, this is not dead, this is total. 562. So let me just fill these in really fast. So expenses is 95. Cash envelopes is 194. Sinking funds is 175. And savings is 98. Okay, so all this totaled out to 562, right? So let's see, 1895.76 minus 562. Now that leaves me with 133.76. Now the reason why it's a high number is because, you guys remember I said I'm going to be breaking down our check into 2, so it's going to be a weekly budget. So I have this to play around with, but I also will be leaving a little chunk inside our buffer again, so that way in case hubby wants to dip into something, he's not dipping into what I already have saved. He's dipping into what we have actually physically in the buffer account. Okay, so that actually concludes today's budget with me. I hope I made sense, you guys. And yeah, this is what we're going to be stuffing in my next video. It is a little bit for me, but again, you got to do what you got to do. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. And I hope to see you guys in my next cash stuffing. And until next time, guys, bye.